Alright, I'm making this video to report on the experience with HyreCar. And I'm actually just kind of testing out the car now after getting it back. First ever car rental. I'm going to let you guys know how it went. Basically, HyreCar is kind of like, I'm checking my car for any kind of issues. It's kind of like Uber. Actually, no, it's Uber or Lyft drivers use it, but it's a rental car. It's kind of like Turo, only you can use older cars. Like this car is 8 years old and has 190,000 miles on it, as you can see. And currently, at least in 2020, it doesn't qualify for Uber or Lyft's use in their services because of the fact that it's so old. Wow, this seat, they really moved the seat. The driver I had was really good. She actually kept, first ever rental, like I said, she kept the car for 1 month, about a month. I earned about $1,000. She put about 2,500 miles on there, and we had a 250 mile a day limit, so she was well within the range. And it turned out, I thought she was going to be carrying passengers, but I guess since Uber and Lyft doesn't work for passengers, she was just carrying groceries, like Uber Eats is what she was doing. So the car didn't really have much wear at all on it, no people in it, just Uber Eats. I guess if you have an older car, you can figure that's what's going to happen. Uber Eats, not passengers, right? But let me take it for a road test right now. I need to kind of check things out, make sure everything is working, because you have 24 hours after the rental ends in which to make any claims for damages. It's too cold for that. Yeah, it's not going to work or not. But anyway, let's go for a ride. Going over speed bump. Everything seems to be good so far. And like I said, good experience. One thing I will tell you about, though, you want to consider if you've got some of these cars for rent. All right, basically what you need to know, look at this cool scenery here. Last of the autumn leaves. Well, the autumn leaves are falling. And so are trees. Look at this. This tree fell on this car. Ouch. I guess it was obviously a dead tree. You see? Definitely dead. And the car is now dead. Oh, man. Take another look. Yeah, that tree was dead. And it got that car. Okay, so what you need to know is that the rental usually gets extended by the drivers almost every day. They keep extending for 1 day each time. So at any time they can return the car. And like with this person, she kept saying, oh, I'm gonna return it tomorrow, I'm gonna return it tomorrow. And that went on for weeks. And I would have had to be there, to accept the rental. That's the thing, you have to be there. Someone has to be there to accept the rental. Sometimes like on an hour's notice, they wait till the last second to renew it. Does that make sense? And that's the drawback. So we're going on like a long trip now, and we're not gonna be able to rent the car out unless someone wants to rent it long term, which they usually don't want to. They rent it day by day. So you have to be there, or someone has to be there to check in and out the cars. Just remember that. Most important thing and the biggest drawback for this. Gotta be there. Another thing to consider also is that drivers need to pass really, really strict driving record tests to become a driver. And actually, I couldn't even become a driver with HyreCar. I could not, because I have like a ticket or something like that on my record. So just consider that. They're going to be good drivers. And overall, great experience. Just realize the handoffs. That's going to be the issue. It's going to be the handoffs. That's about it. Oh, and if you've rented one before, let us know in the comments. Let us know. We'd love to hear your experiences. Oh yeah, one thing we did notice is the car key got really, really worn out. Make sure you have a good, it didn't look like this before. But we're not making a claim. Just make sure you have a really, really good, or a good cover on your key, because the key will look like that if you don't.